Hey folks, how you guys doing? My name is Mark. My peoples, where you at? So, something I just saw here recently was this ridiculous video by Tucker Carlson claiming that he has been attacked by demons. I think we need to watch it because that sounds completely ridiculous to me. So let's go ahead and cue it up and let's see what Tucker Carlson's got to say.
Do you think the presence of evil is kickstarting people to wonder about the good?
That's what happened to me.
That's what happened to you?
Oh yeah, I had a direct experience with it.
In the milieu of journalism or just...
Nope, in my bed at night, and I got attacked while I was asleep with my wife and 4 dogs in the bed and mauled.
I like how this is all like shot all dramatically and stuff like that. And plus, are we supposed to believe that this is Tucker Carlson's like main residence? Like he lives out in the woods and shit. It's like, yeah, okay, he's got a fucking penthouse somewhere. Remember, Tucker Carlson is filthy fucking rich. And he's been filthy fucking rich forever. His wife was like an heir to like some fucking condiment fortune or something like that. Like they made like Heinz ketchup or some shit. So he was always super duper fucking rich, even before he was in media. So I'm supposed to believe that it's like, oh, I'm just some good old boy mountain man or whatever. It's like, get the fuck out of here. But okay, let's continue.
Physically mauled.
In a spiritual attack by a demon?
Yeah, by a demon. Or by something unseen that left.
Is that right?
So he's shooting shotguns off of his porch. Like, okay, what are you shooting at exactly? What are there, like goblins or something like surrounding your house? Or am I supposed to believe that he's hunting? Is that what it is? He just like hunts from his front porch or something? Like, okay, sure, okay. This makes me really want to believe that he was attacked by demons, right? But let's continue.
Right.
Claw marks on my sides, on my...
So he left physical marks.
Oh, they're still there. Yeah. 1.5 years ago.
Was your wife terrified? I know you were.
I wasn't. I was totally confused. I woke up and I couldn't breathe and I thought I was going to suffocate, and I walked around outside, and then I walked in and my wife and dogs had not woken up, and they're very light sleepers. And then I had these terrible pains on my rib cage and on my shoulder, and I was just in my boxer shorts, and I went and flipped on the light in the bathroom, and I had 4 claw marks on either side underneath my arms and on my left shoulder, and they're bleeding.
Wait, they were bleeding?
They're bleeding, yeah. No, they're actual claw marks. And I sleep on my side, so I wasn't clawing myself.
So first off, I noticed that they're not actually showing us these claw marks. Because somebody like Tucker Carlson wakes up and has bloody claw marks all over his body, he would take pictures. He would take pictures. He's rich, he's famous. He would at least have pictures of it to show his doctor or something, right? He's not, I could see, like, if this was just some poor schlub who worked at a grocery store or something, I could see him not having the foresight to take pictures. But Tucker Carlson at least would have gone to the doctor if this happened. At least we would have. And I just don't believe that he wouldn't have photos of it. And if he's saying it's still there, the marks are still there 1.5 years later, they must be pretty deep to scar up like that. So why don't we get to see what these look like? I haven't watched this far into the video here, but I am willing to bet that they never actually show these scars. Like, I know this is just a trailer for whatever movie this is by the, whatever Christian conservative fucking, wackaloons are putting out this movie. I'm willing to bet that in the actual finished product, we don't get to see these scars either. Because, spoiler alert, folks, they're not there. But that's just my own opinion. That's just my own opinion. My own opinion says to me that, well, if I actually had claw marks, then showing them on the screen may just hammer home that what I'm saying isn't bullshit. I don't know. And then the other thing I gotta say is, oh, well, he just said that I woke up with my wife and the dogs. So that means he sleeps with dogs in his bed. And if that dog that ran out of the house at the beginning of the clip here is actually his dog, then that means it's a semi-big dog. maybe 20 pounds or so, something like that. It is very, very conceivable that the dog may have just clawed him up while they were sleeping. If he's cuddling with the dog and the dog dreams or whatever and gets up and runs out, jumps out bed, could have clawed him up. I had a fucking dog jump on my face, fuck me up real bad when I was sleeping. One of my little tiny dogs. I have two small little min pin terrier mixes. One of them's like 14 pounds. And one night he jumped on my face, scratched me up. A flap of skin was like hanging off of my eyelid like an open wound and shit. It was really bad. So if just a little dog like that can do that much damage, a bigger dog could claw you up pretty fucking bad. I mean, I don't see why you would think it's instantly fucking demons that attack you when you have animals in your bed. But that's just me using logic and stuff. Let's continue.
I don't have long nails. And they didn't fit my hands anyway. But yeah, that happened. So I'm not from a world where things like that happen. I never heard of anything like that happening before. I had no idea what that was. I knew it was spiritual immediately.
You did? Okay, that was going to be my question.
Yeah. I don't understand to this day. I'm not going to put it.
You didn't try to refute the spiritual part in your own mind. You went right into the.
Well, it didn't make any sense, and it doesn't now.
Why?
So, but I'm not from a, what do they call it?
Why though? Why would you instantly assume that it was demons? That's what I don't get. I mean, wouldn't you try to find some other explanation, some other rational explanation first? Like maybe my dogs fucking chewed me up when I was sleeping. Maybe they were playing and like ran across my back or something. Maybe I was cuddling with it and the dog woke up in a start and jumped out the bed and accidentally scratched me up. Is that a much more likely explanation? I mean, it kind of seems like that's much more of a likely explanation besides Satan did it, wouldn't you say? Especially if you're someone who claims to not be very religious. You just said at the beginning of this he wasn't religious, and then after this happened he started becoming religious. So it's like, looking at it from someone who takes religion casually, don't you think that would be your first conclusion? Kind of sounds a little bit like bullshit, doesn't it, folks? Let's continue.
Faith tradition that talks about things like that or even acknowledges their existence. Like, there's nothing like that. I've never heard anybody say anything like that in my whole life.
What was the next day like?
Well, the next morning I woke up and I thought that was the weirdest dream I've ever had. And then I saw blood on my sheets and I realized that was not a dream at all. I called my assistant, who was like the only evangelical Christian I know, well enough to call with something bizarre like that, totally bizarre like that. And she said, oh yeah, no, that happens. Yeah, people are attacked in their bed by demons. What? What are you even talking about? Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not leaving anything out, and I'm not pretending to understand that. Okay. I can only say what happened to me, and that did happen to me. And then I was seized with this very intense desire to read the Bible, which I then started without any study aids or anything. I bought a Bible that didn't have any. I'm not interested in editorializing in the Bible. I just want to read it and see what's in there myself.
I'm not so sure I buy that story either. I mean, I know that there are millions and millions and millions of evangelical Christians in this country who do believe in the existence of demons. Some of them may even believe that demons affect you in your everyday life, but your average conservative Christian is not a complete lunatic. Most people out there, even the evangelical ones who are Christians, are not like severe, like religious Jesus freak lunatics like this. They're just normal people, and they happen to go to church, and they just believe that the shit that they hear at church is true. But for most people, the first assumption is not demons attack you in the middle of the night. Even those people, even most Christians like that, when they hear that, will say you have psychological problems. You're not being attacked by demons. It's all in your head. Blah, 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 blah. Because most people are naturally skeptical. Unless his assistant happens to be one of those small number of people who actually do believe that the supernatural plays a large part in your everyday life, I find it highly, highly, highly suspicious that that would be her first conclusion. I mean, seriously, how many people have you talked to and met in your life that say stuff like that? Like, oh yeah, demons attack people all the time. I know those people exist. I see them on the internet and on TV. But have you ever actually met one? I mean, no. Even when I travel through, like, the deepest of red states, I've never met anybody like that from Texas or Louisiana or anything. I'm sure they're out there somewhere, so I don't know. Maybe he's not lying. Still kind of sounds like bullshit.
I have very low levels of trust for Christian pastors, most of whom, I'm just not a fan at all. And sorry to say that, but that's how I feel. And so I just didn't.
Yeah, that's actually the first smart thing he said in this entire little interview here. Yeah, I don't trust Christian pastors either because, it's all bullshit, but that's just me. Moving on.
I don't want to hear other people's opinions. I just want to see what's in there. And so I spent a year and a half reading it, and then I started rereading it. And it was just a transformative experience for me, but I'm not, holding myself out as someone from whom you could get theological advice because I'm
Sure,
not.
of course.
I don't know. I don't understand any of it. But yeah, that happened
God
to me.
allowed the demon?
I have no idea what happened. All I know is I was dead asleep with my wife and dogs, and I woke up with claw marks on my rib cage underneath my arms, and it didn't even make sense. My arms would, anyway, whatever. No one has to believe me. I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
But that happened to me, and so I just was like, wow, that's real. Whatever that is, I'm even not sure what it is.
It's
But
very real. And so then that presence of that evil
yeah.
launches something.
I'm sorry, folks. I don't believe a word of this. I just don't. Especially after that. After what he just said right there. Oh, I've never trusted pastors or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I've never thought about any of this. And then I woke up with scratches. My assistant, who's very religious, told me it was demons, and now I believe her. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. I don't believe this shit for a nanosecond. I think what's going on is that Tucker Carlson knows that his audience has dwindled since he left Fox News. He knows that he's not getting even 0.25% of the number of views that he used to get, and that he's very, very quickly fading into obscurity. And he realizes now that an easy way for him to get eyeballs on the stupid shit that he says is to come out as a far right-wing conservative evangelical Christian. And this is him moving towards that. Oh, I never believed this until a year and a half ago. Until I was attacked by demons in my sleep. Complete, total fucking bullshit. He just said there, I don't care if people don't believe me. Good, because I don't believe them. It's bullshit. It's total fucking bullshit. I think he knows, too, that it's bullshit. I think he was lying to us straight to our face here. Because he knows he wants to cultivate this audience. And this is what he has to say in order to get them to notice him. That's what I fucking think, right? Because Tucker Carlson is not the kind of person who believes in demons. Tucker Carlson is not that kind of person. Tucker Carlson is a cynic. He's a cynic who doesn't believe in anything, doesn't trust anyone, and will throw anybody under the bus if it suits him. Because that's how he's lived his entire fucking life, just taking advantage of people left and right. That's what Tucker Carlson does. Go read about why he got kicked off of Fox News. The guy is a complete fucking asshole. In every single way that you can be an asshole. The guy's a backstabber. He talks shit about people. I don't think Tucker Carlson probably doesn't have one real honest friend. I really would doubt it. If he actually had one honest friend that liked him for who he was, and that he liked for who they were and not because what they could do for him, I would be very, very surprised. Because people like Tucker Carlson don't have friends. They have people that they use for a purpose. He's going to use 150 million evangelical Christians for the purpose of making money. That's what I fucking think. It's just pathetic. And you know what? The pastor guy that was interviewing him right here in this video, that guy looks like a true believer to me. I wouldn't doubt if that dude was actually a true believer, and he just doesn't understand that how much he's being taken advantage of in order to pump life support into Tucker Carlson's fading fucking media career. It's absolute bullshit, folks. Anyway, that's all I got. Please, folks, don't watch Tucker Carlson. And everybody out there, take it easy. Adios. Hello folks, if you like what I do and you want to support the channel, please consider buying something from my Etsy shop, supporting me on Patreon, liking and subscribing, and checking me out across my social media links listed below. Thank you all so much, and see you next time.